with that line from the movie Army of Darkness begins the game Blood. Blood was developed by Monolith Productions, released in June of 1997. My name is Blaine Newport, and I believe this game, much like Heart of Evil, was also somewhat overlooked. I'm recording this first installment of my video playthrough of the game on August 8th, Saturday, 2009. Before we begin, a disclaimer. Well, not a disclaimer, more of a warning. The game contains a lot of violent content. Explosions and pitchforkings and undead monsters and all sorts of things like that. So if you don't like that sort of stuff, take off, eh? Otherwise, let's go fork something. Pick up a little dynamite while we're at it. The game has a lot of secrets in it. I don't know where all of them are, but I will exploit the ones I do remember. Now, I think there were two main reasons for Blood being overlooked. For the general public, it was a year late. Quake was already out, and after the success of Doom, everyone wanted to see what was next from id Software. So Quake was hugely popular, and the idea of going back to sprites and fake 3D didn't appeal to a lot of people. For my own personal reason, the game demo that they released was pretty terrible. There were enemies like this guy that would shoot at you, and in the demo they would shoot you with pretty much perfect accuracy from very long range and make you dead in only a couple seconds. Now, the game managed to somewhat improve the balance of that, but I would argue that on normal difficulty, which is what I'm going to be playing this playthrough on, it's still more difficult than the normal setting of most first-person shooters today.
Open for business.
But out of all of the build engine games that I played, Duke Nukem, Shadow Warrior, and this one, it's my favorite. Partly because you can do silly things like this. Dynamite is just fun to play with. And of course, kicking heads around. But also because of the flare gun. Ooh. Enemy dynamite. Oh, jerk. I don't know if I'll be able to hit him from here. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Yeah, I have to say, even though we've come a long way in a lot of aspects of 3D gaming technology, the way these guys run around on fire is still one of the most wonderful things in gaming to me. Alrighty. The levels in Blood are fairly non-linear. In some cases that's just to accommodate deathmatch play, but one of the side effects of it, though, is it also makes it interesting. You can explore in a lot of interesting ways. Like, I can get up back here in pretty much any way I want. And I can use those barrels to open pathways to get back to earlier sections of the level. Again, that's mostly, in my opinion, for deathmatch convenience, but... Ooh. That guy doesn't like me. Take that. As you've already seen, a lot of the stuff in the environment are made to be destructible, including sometimes just wall decorations. Here we see, like the tombstones outside, one of the 3D objects in the game is Dr. Bag. If my health was under 100, I could take points from the Dr. Bag to pump my health back up. But I'm going to investigate another secret in this oven that'll up my health even more. There we go. Alrighty. Now I'll show you a little trick with dynamite. Duke Nukem, I'm not sure if Duke Nukem introduced alt-fire to gamers, but I do know that it popularized it, and Blood followed in its example. If I use the alternate fire on dynamite, I will simply set the fuse. Then I can use the primary alt-fire again to drop it at my feet, or primary fire to throw it. And that'll kill all those mice, which would be a pain to kill otherwise. Alright. As I said, lots of secrets in the game. You can see these cracked panels every so often. Let me turn on the light. Some fire armor over here. Some regular armor over here. And we'll take advantage of the alt fire again. There's a secret trap here where bad guys will come out of the doors on both sides. So we'll run the fuse down a little bit because that's always good for drama. And have some fun with these guys. Alright. I think that's all the playing around we need to do in this section. Head for the ending. So, that's Blood. Unfortunately, unlike my previous playthrough for Heart of Evil, which was trying to encourage more people to play it, there is no legal way to acquire Blood this time. Good Old Games has a section of the site where you can vote for games that aren't on it that you would like to see. I heartily recommend, if you enjoy this playthrough or think you'd like to play Blood yourself, go to Good Old Games and make a vote for it, and hopefully they'll be able to get the rights to put it on the service, because it's definitely a great game and it runs under DOSBox like most of the other stuff on Good Old Games. Alright, and with that, I will see you next time.